what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Hot Toys The Amazing Spider-Man 6-scale Spider-Man figure, and this is the deluxe exclusive version that I have. Now this is also like a 2.0 because Hot Toys did release like this figure in the past, but this is like an updated version, like a 2.0, and everybody is saying that it's like much better than like the original version, you know. Now of course this is based on like the AG version of Spider-Man, you know, Andrew Garfield. So it's based like on that particular Spider-Man. I always thought his Spider-Man was awesome too. I was a fan of like his two Spider-Man films, you know. And I remember seeing this particular film in the theater, and I always thought it was an awesome Spider-Man film, and I really did enjoy it. I even like Andrew Garfield's portrayal of like Peter Parker Spider-Man. I like his Spider-Man too as well. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about having this. And I got into some Sideshow collectibles. That's why I had it on pre-order. And I'm surprised it came so soon. I know this just released, I think, like last month. And mine has already came too. So that was kind of like a surprise, you know, that it came so soon. But yeah, I'm definitely happy about having this. And I'm going to get into this right now. As you can see, this is the massive box that the 2.0 Amazing Spider-Man figure comes in from Hot Toys. It's really just like real, like tall, like the height of it is just real, like massive. Cause this is like one of the largest boxes that that I do have, you know. But it does have like some awesome like artwork too. As you can see, like the Spider-Man right there. I think that's a scene from like the film. From the film, I don't think that's the figure. I didn't get it in the pose like that. And as you can see, I do have the Sideshow like exclusive version too as well, because this comes with like a extra like I think like a flash accessory with the camera. If I'm not mistaken, there's some like lenses, so you can see like the sticker up here saying that it is that. And it does say Amazing Spider-Man like deluxe version, and so on. Guys at the top too. And I think this just slides off, but the box is rather large though. Like I said, it's really just tall, you know, it's not really like too wide or anything. Let's see if I can get this off. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get this off. And yeah, you can see like the figure on the inside. With like the accessories and so on. There's also like another image of and I believe this is from the film too, because I do know this image of Spider-Man really like swinging and shooting the web. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, here's the stuff on the inside. So yeah. I do notice that the box, it doesn't feel heavy. It feels like lightweight. Even though it's like a massive box, it feels very lightweight. I believe it's so massive because I do have like the version, you know, of course, that has like the tower that he's fighting the lizard at. But anyway, I'm going to open this on up. Now first, I want to talk about the I think they're calling this the Oscorp Tower roof. Cause you know this is where he's fighting lizard at the end of the film. That's what they're calling this Diorama base, and of course you only get this if you had like the deluxe version of the Amazing Spider-Man figure from Hot Toys, because you can get the standard one that didn't have this, you know, you just have like a regular stand. And I must admit, I do believe they should start giving us like, if this like the whole deluxe thing, because usually this is like the ones where with like most, you know, products, when it's like the whole like deluxe or like you know, what you call it, like yeah, like deluxe version. It looks like it should have like everything, so it does like they should at least give us like a stand too, just like a standard stand that you can stand them on, because this does take up a lot of space. I still like to have this because it does make for some like awesome like poses, you know. I'd be definitely using this, but it would be kind of cool if we did still have like just like a stand we could just stand them on, you know, like a standard stand like that come with it too as well. I'm hoping that Hot Toys does start doing that too, because they do with some of their figures, but like for every one of them, you know, I feel like they should do that. Because we got all this, you know, we should still even get like the stand too. You know, it's kind of odd that they don't do that. But I still think this is pretty cool looking too. I know this right here also even supposedly it does like rock too, if I'm not mistaken. Like you can rock it or something, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like it's supposed to tilt like that. And I do notice that this feels very kind of like, you know, like if you press real hard, it like it probably will like break on you, you know. But I do think this is a pretty cool looking piece, and it does have like a light up feature too as well. Like I think it's a USB power, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I do think this is awesome, and there's also like some weathering on it too as well, like up here. And they also have this extra piece right here that comes separate that you have to attach to the tower. They have like 3 slots up here, so I'm gonna see if I can do it. Yeah, it looks like it just presses on there like that. So that's pretty cool. I didn't want to put it too tight. So yeah, it looks awesome. I do notice mine's like it's kind of unstable. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not. But this does supposed to rock because it has like a ball joint right there. But I still think this is pretty cool, you know, because I got Spider-Man like attached to it and stuff. So I do think that's awesome that we do have it. And of course you get like this dynamic type of pole too as well for like a pose of Spider-Man around it. So that's pretty cool. And I think yeah, it will attach right inside here. And you get the waist grabber too as well, which kind of makes sense, man. This is like built for like dynamic type poses. So you gotta be sure to assemble this. I also wanted to show that this takes like the USB type C cord, because you know you plug this inside here, and this is what will light up the tower. I know you have to tilt this like this, and the slot is up under here like this. Then you know you would turn it on. So let's see if it'll cut on. It does cut on too. I don't have. Oh yeah, I also have like a power bank for mine too as well. I'll touch on that. Yeah, I have like a power bank for mine, as you can see right here. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, here it is. It's flashing too. I might turn down the light too. I notice it's also up here at the top too. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like it. I think it's an awesome display option. It really is cool. Of course, you would definitely need the space, and I think this is probably like the tallest like diorama that I have now too as well, because you know it goes like straight up. As far as like the height of it, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I have anything this large like this. Like far as the height, that this is like a diorama style. Okay. I also wanted to show how this looks in the dark. You can see the lights flashing. That's pretty cool. There's even like some white lights in here too as well. But you can see that there's like a light up here too. At the very top there's one up here. Now this one doesn't flash though. And it's supposed to be able to like rock and all that too, you know, so I'm gonna see in the end. That's awesome. I think it's still pretty cool. I'm glad that I had it. I just wanted to get like a close-up look at this too again, the stand, so you can see that's how it looks. And this does feel like very like, you know, like if you're not careful, you can tell you can just snap this. Now this supposed to like rock, cause it's like on like this ball joint, so it can be tilting and stuff, which kind of makes sense though, cause you know it was like leaning and stuff. Yeah, that's how it look. There's even like some weathering up here too. Right there, that's pretty cool. Because you know this part here, like this was the part that you had to attach on it, and it's so massive, you know, like the height of it. And I want to show this up close too. There you can see how it looks. So it's like 2 lights that are flashing right there, as you can see. You can even see like some hint of the white lights that's inside of it too. And of course, there's also like a light up here too. Now this one doesn't flash though. The one up there. It really is a cool looking base though. This is awesome. Everything you just got to have the space for it, you know. And now for the Spider-Man figure himself. So I'm going to take him out. Hey, he already looks like stunning too. The AG Spider-Man Andrew. Okay. There you. Okay, there's the Amazing Spider-Man 2.0 figure. So I'm gonna measure him, and he's at 12 inches. Okay. So what I do now is talk about like the the likeness to how he is in the film, you know, and like the articulation of the figure itself. I must admit, I do think this looks absolutely amazing. I think this is probably one of their best Spider-Man like figures, and I guess based like really on the accessories that he has. And I've always been like a fan of this particular look. I think this is a cool looking Spider-Man suit, but I do believe that I prefer like the spider suit that he wore in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think that one's like a much awesomer looking suit. It has like a more darker light blue. Plus with this particular suit, you know, Spider-Man is missing like the red, the traditional like lines that he has around like his waist. But this is still pretty cool though. It's an amazing looking Spider-Man head. I mean Spider-Man figure. I mean, I do notice that this head can tilt and stuff too. Look at that. It has like some tilting in it now. Cause remember like some of the other ones they be kind of locked. They have that head where you can't really like articulate the head that much. But I see that this one can kind of look up and kind of can look down. I see you can look down somewhat. Okay. I see he even has an ab crunch to like a certain extent. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see, I know his arms. Let me see. Oh, you can't get Spider-Man's arms up to that. But you know, if you like leave him like in poses like this, you know, of course he'll start to develop like wrinkles and stuff like that. But as you see, you can't get his arms up to that. And he's on ratcheted joints, so you can hear that ratcheted sound. And I think they look like they can kind of go up to it. I don't want to force it though. And let's see here. Okay. Yeah, he does have a band in the arm. And of course it is like it's a double band, as you can see. And yeah, it doesn't like you really have a butterfly joint, but you can. It's kind of like it's kind of tight there. But you can't get it like that. And of course, you know, the hands can turn all the way around. And so on. Okay. I do know it's one of them kind of figures too, where the arm gets like stuck like that, like it's like out like that. You can't get it just to sit flush like that. I don't know what that'd be either. Why the figures be like that, you can't get it to sit just like flush, so it's like it's stuck like that. And of course, you know, its legs can go out like that, you know, so you can't split. I bet you can go even further than that. I just don't want to bother. And again, even the legs are like ratcheted joint, and he does have a bend in the leg. Double bend too, so you can't get the leg all the way to right there. Yeah, you can kick out. And again, you know, you can't really like leave them. You can, cause I do. I leave mine like in like dynamic poses, like some of my Spider-Man that I have. Cause you know they'll start getting wrinkles, like in the suit itself, it starts getting wrinkles. Cause even I have noticed that, especially like when it's like around the knee area. If you leave this like in a dynamic pose for like too long, like so like the knee like bend like he's running or swinging or something, it'll start developing like wrinkles there, and it's like it's hard to get it out. Because even I'm familiar with that. And if he does have a pivot, I believe, in the foot too. I know I gotta keep my eyes on these too, because some of these can probably break on you. Don't you know that was really broke. You know, it felt loose, but it was really broke. I'm kind of familiar with that now. So yeah. I think this really is an awesome looking piece. Oh, this looks so cool. Wow. Yeah, this looks so cool. Okay. Just wanted to show Spider-Man up close how this looks. Again, it looks very good. It's got the spider symbol on his chest. I always thought the suit was cool. You can select the web shooters right there, because you know this is a Spider-Man that was kind of like he was in the comic books. He actually had to make his web shooters, because you know that's how Spider-Man really was, or Peter was. The webs weren't like organic, you know, like in the Tobey Maguire films. And as you can see, these are like well, here's another spider symbol right here on the back of his suit, which looks awesome. It's a cool looking suit. I like the way the shoes look too as well. They're pretty cool. And there's the lenses up close. I know it's a lot of rants about the seam line right there. I know you have to really get real close to see it, but I know there's a lot of rants about that. Those seam lines. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like this Spider-Man has a better range of motion in his head. See how you can tilt it? Because I know the other ones be kind of tight, like you can kind of look down, but not too much. You can kind of look up. You can tilt it. If I'm not mistaken, that's a little more fluid than they normally are. If I'm not mistaken. I want to move on through the accessories that come with the Spider-Man figure. Up first, I want to talk about the this mask that you have. This is pretty cool. It looks like it's different than the like the normal Spider-Man masks. It feels different, but as you can see, this is it. So you know you can have him like holding this when you have on like the Peter Parker head sculpt, as if he's taking his mask off. You know, like how Hot Toys traditionally gives us. But I do notice like the material of this, it feels different if I'm not mistaken than like the normal ones. Then of course you get the AG, the Andrew Garfield head sculpt too right here as well. Wow, I think the likeness is definitely pretty good on this particular piece. And I like that he has all that this like these battle damage like wounds on him, like these scratches and stuff, like this blood and stuff. It looks pretty cool. You know, this also has like the rolling eyeball feature too as well, because here's like the eye tube the Hot Toys provide us with. Like, I have a lot of these now because I know I'm going to have to remove that tape from around like his neck. So let's see if I can do that. And I wanted to give a closer look at the Peter Parker hair sculpt, or you can say Andrew Garfield AG. But I like how he has like these battle damage, like battle wounds on his face, like the blood. That really looks cool. I'm glad they chose to design it this way, because they could have just gave us a straight up head sculpt with no like battle damage wounds on it. So I'm glad they did it like this. You can even see it right there too. That's really cool looking. Oh, I pulled it off, but you can see it right there. Very good. I think that's awesome, because I know it's also like on his neck too. If you tilt the head, you can see that it's like around his neck and stuff too as well. So that's pretty cool. I like that. The hair is nice on this too. They did a pretty good job with this. So yeah, I think the likeness to Andrew Garfield, I think it's definitely there. Now I want to continue to move on through the accessories that come with the Spider-Man figure. Up next, here's like his camera. I think this is pretty awesome. Got me a camera now that I can display with Spider-Man. So I already know I'll be definitely having them like this. Now if you get like the exclusive version, which I had, you know, like the Sideshow exclusive version, what is exclusive to the Sideshow, it comes with like this extra flash thing right here too. Now I'm not sure how you would attach this to the camera. I'm not sure how it would work, but I think it goes like on here some kind of way. Cause I can even see like the slot underneath it too as well. But yeah, you get like this extra flash too right here as well if you get like the exclusive version. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool, cause I can even just display him like this. I can just put the camera around him like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, but I'm not too sure how this will operate. I see slots underneath it as if it's like it attaches to it, so I might still give it a shot, you know. Next, Spider-Man also comes with the backpack, or the backpack. Oh, I think this is so cool. Tell that we have these kind of display options for the figure. So yeah, this is how the backpack looks, and I think it does have like it's like a working zipper. Let me see. I think it's on it does have like working zippers on it too as well. So as you can see, this is how it looks. So it's pretty cool. Then you also get like this skateboard, which is like weathered and like and filthy, and like, you know, you can tell you used it a lot. You can see how it looks. So it's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, nice like skateboard that we do have right here. This is awesome. Okay, so I know I'll be already displaying them with this, because I think the skateboard, I think it will go through like right here if I'm not mistaken. Cause I know you can put it through the bag. I bet you can break them straps though too, like if you're not careful. But I think it can go up under these straps and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm sure you probably can break those if you're not careful. Then I know he also gets his styrofoam too as well, because there's like a picture on it too. But yeah, he does get his styrofoam too. Some awesome accessories. I think this is some of the coolest accessories I have ever seen, like with a Spider-Man figure, you know, from Hot Toys. And then lastly, Spider-Man has like this with these kind of accessories. He has like this web, like a bandage that he has. This is awesome right here that Hot Toys did include this, because you remember he was like shot in his leg, if I can remember correctly, because I remember he was swinging. And you could take this right here and you could put it like on his thigh somewhere on it, because it's like a magnet. And yeah, there's the web bandage that Spider-Man had attached to himself. Yeah, that's awesome. The Hot Toys even included that. That's pretty cool. The detail, that's awesome. Oh, and I found how you would do this camera too. Like you put the flash on. But I did want to kind of show this up close too. Like it has like this strap, because you know you could just hang this around Spider-Man's neck, or you could say Peter Parker. But I just wanted to show like the detail in the camera and stuff up close, how awesome it is. But yeah, you can take this right here, and it just starts off like that. It comes off pretty easily. Then you take the flash thing right here, and this is how it looks. And then you just plug it on in. So you have like the flash on it too. And you want to get this if you have like the exclusive sideshow version. That's the only way you would get that particular piece. So yeah, that's how that looks. Okay. Now here's like the book bag up close. I want to show it up close. Ta. It's like a real bag too. I know you can strap the skateboard through here, and as you can see, it does have like working zippers too as well. Awesome accessory. And here's like the skateboard right here, as you can see. And it's very welded and like filthy right here, like on the other side of it. I like that, the damage. Even the wheels, oh yeah, they rotate too. It's pretty cool. Because I know you can also take this, and you know you can like strap it through the through this like this. I bet you can break them straps though if you're not careful. That's awesome. Then you also get this cellular phone. Cause there's like the video game that Spider-Man's playing when he was in the sewer looking for the lizard. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Of course, there's like the web bandage, and you can see like the magnet on the other side of it. You know, you can't just take this and you can put it on Spider-Man. Yeah, you can see right there where it goes. Like the magnet is right there. It's not all over his leg. You have to put it right there, that precise spot. That's pretty awesome. Now I'm gonna continue to move on through the accessories that come with Spider-Man. And also, like these deluxe versions, you get like these extra set of like lenses. I gotta admit, I don't really bother these too much, but like here's like the lenses that we get. Cause we get these right here. There's like a pair of them, and you can switch out the lenses that Spider-Man do have on. But like I said, I don't really bother with that kind of stuff like too much, you know. I don't really bother with that. But you also get some pegs too as well for like the interchangeable hands and stuff, as usual that Hot Toys gives us, you know. Okay. Next, Spider-Man gets like his webs, and these are like some different webs than I've seen these particular designs though. Like here's like the spiral type web, and you can tell this is kind of like a swinging one because it has like the grip right there. Then he also has this right here, like he's shooting like these dagger type ones, like these pointy ones, like I think they call it tri-web. That's pretty cool. I've seen this one before too. Then he also has just like a straight up like blast right here, you know. Like a straight up, like he just blasted out, you know. Okay. Then you have like a straight up like long one too right here as well. This is another one you can tell is like designed for like swinging, I believe, because it has like that grip on it right there. You can see right there. And then he has another one right here. And this is another one you can tell it's like a swinging type one because it has like the grip in it. So yeah. So you only get like two standard ones that looks like he's like, I guess you could say speeding out a web or blasting out like a web, you know. Like this one right here. Like he just skeeted this out or like blasted it out, you know. Yeah, you only get two like that, whereas like the other ones, they have like grips on them and stuff, you know. Even this one is that too as well. But yeah, I've seen some of these before. There's some cool like web accessories that he does like have. And then up next, Spider-Man gets like a set of 8 interchangeable hands, but it's 10 if you count the 2 that are on him. And I'm glad that Hot Toys gave us like pairs too, because we have like two like solid fists here. So you know, like you can throw a punch. Then he has two I believe these are like swinging type hands, because you can tell that you can fit the web in them. They're not fully closed. You can tell they're for like a web swinging, because you can put the web inside of them, like the web effects that have like the handles on them. Then he has a left and right, like a pair of like a web shooting hands. Then he has a pair of, I guess you could say, wall crawling hands. I think that's what they call them. And I always thought the design of the suit, I do think that's a cool looking design of the like how Spider-Man hands look. Yeah, that's awesome. Just wanted to give a close up on one of them. And then of course, you know, you have like these pieces right here that you would take off Spider-Man hands if you wanted to like the web shooting effects. You know, these are very common with the Hot Toys Spider-Man figures. And as you can see, I put on a web effect. Spider-Man. I don't really use the spiral one that much, but as you can see, there it is. He's blasting out one. It's pretty cool. I think they call that the tri-web or something like that. Because one of the things I think is kind of interesting about it is it has like daggers on it, like knives, like it's finna stab a person. You know, I think that's kind of interesting. Now I want to compare the Hot Toys, the Amazing Spider-Man 2.0 figure with some of my other Spider-Man figures based, I guess you could say, on the Andrew Garfield version of Spider-Man. As you can see, this is the, I have him on this stand too. It looks like he's still about the same height as the Hot Toys Amazing Spider-Man 2.0, but this is the Hot Toys, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man figure, you know. I do think this suit is much better too. I think this suit is like cooler because it has like a darker blue. It just looks more appealing to me than the first one, but I still think this was like an awesome Spider-Man suit too as well. And you know, this is like the 2.0 version of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 6-scale figure. And these are like awesome. So these are like the AG Spider-Mans, or you can say the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans right here that I have. Okay. And I want to show this. I know this don't go with this particular film, but here's like my lizard that I have right here. Because there's no question I could have this kind of, you know, at times if I want, I could have this kind of round like the Oscorp Tower thing right here. But yeah, I just wanted to show this, give this an example. Now this came with the lizard diorama. That's what they call this, like diorama base. You can get this separately, but I think they even had it where it came with Spider-Man too, if you got like the whole Deluxe thing. But I had got mine like separately. So yeah, I hope they do give us like a lizard figure too, like one day. Hot Toys like a standard one, because it would be cool if we have like this lab coat too as well. Oh, that'd be so cool where you can take it off. That would be so awesome. I'm all in for that if they they decide to do that. But yeah, even though this don't really go to this particular film, you know, it comes from No Way Home. It's based on No Way Home, you know. I still think it's like a cool display option. You can kind of display this with Andrew, you know, well, with this particular Spider-Man. And here's a villain from the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, I guess you could say, universe, the Electro figure. Now, of course, this isn't like the version of Electro that was in Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is the one from No Way Home. But yeah, I'm just showing an example that, you know, that these, you know, you can't even do these if you want. Put these like together. But yeah, this is like Electro from No Way Home, not the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I know that they had that particular figure too as well. But I'm just showing you like the Jamie Foxx, you know, Electro figure with it. This is nothing like it's about the same height, even though he's on this stand. Okay. Alright. Okay, there's the Hot Toys, the Amazing Spider-Man 6 scale Spider-Man figure 2.0, and this is also the deluxe side store exclusive version that I do have. I think this is an awesome figure, and I believe this is one of the coolest Spider-Man figures I have, just based like on the accessories that he come with, you know. And like the diorama base that he has is like amazing. Of course you would need like space for this, you know, but it is absolutely amazing. I'm glad that I have something like this, like this sculpture, that's what they're calling it. I'm glad that I do have something like this. Now, I did have this on pre-order at Sideshow Collectibles, and I'm surprised that it came so quick, because I know this had released like just like last month, and mine already has came, because usually it takes about up to like 3 months before I get mine, you know, because I am here like in the, like in America, or you can say the United States, and it kind of usually takes like most of the time. I know like this past year, the figures have been released somewhere early. They come like within like 2 months after they were officially released, but it can take up to like 3 months on average, you know. So yeah, I'm definitely happy by having this, and of course this is based like on the Andrew Garfield version of Spider-Man, you know. And I did get to see the Amazing Spider-Man in the theaters like back when it was originally released, and I always thought it was an awesome Spider-Man film. I am a big fan of this particular film. I even like Part 2, and I know a lot of people don't like Part 2 too much. But yeah, I would definitely recommend picking up this particular piece if you could find it, you know. So yeah, this is the Hot Toys, the Amazing Spider-Man 2.0. I'm hoping the Hot Toys does give us like a standard 6 scale lizard figure one day. That would be pretty cool, you know. Like he even has like the lab coat too. That's why that would be so cool. I'm all up for that if they ever decide to make that particular figure, you know. But anyway, I would definitely recommend picking this one up. So yeah, please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.